Hello, Internet. It is I, the Malik Aaron, and welcome back to the channel. Episode 213. You know, I was really hoping nothing would happen today. I thought today would just be just a regular, boring old Friday. I would go see Five Nights at Freddy's, which I did. Then I would go home, play Spider-Man 2 for a few hours, and then make my prediction videos, and that'd be it. That was the plan. But no, the studios, they just decided to announce these release date changes today. They couldn't wait till Monday. No, it had to be on a Friday. And to make it even better, of the 6 movies I'm going to be discussing, 5 of them I don't give a shit about. So, yeehaw. Great times. So, yeah, let's get this over with. So, first, Aquaman 2, Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. It changed its date. No, it didn't go to 2024, okay? It's still coming out in December. What's changed is its date only by like a two days. So instead of coming out the 20th, it's coming out the 22nd. So literally a 2 day shift. Not exactly huge. um but yeah, and the thing is, Friday was already the 22nd of December. That Friday is way too crowded. Way too crowded. I mean, what movies do you have opening that day? You have Migration, you got Anyone But you got Iron Claw. Am I missing one? And I think it was only 3, but now you have 4 main ones. I think that's just too many. Like, I don't get it. I mean, Wednesday would have been fine. You would have had like time to grow and grow and grow until like the weekend where you like explode, hopefully. But now you're just like, nah, let's just open on a Friday. I mean, although that's what the first Aquaman did, and it was a huge hit, made like 335 million domestically, a billion worldwide, the biggest DC movie of all time, which is still something I will never find normal. That this right here is number one out of all the DC movies out there. DCU and non DCU, like, this is it. This is the biggest you're gonna get, apparently. But honestly, at this point, I don't think it matters. I feel like this movie's dead in the water anyway. I mean, the DCU is dead. It's been dead. And we've seen its corpse just spread out throughout the year with Shazam 2, The Flash, Blue Beetle all bombing hard. I don't think this is going to change that. I can't imagine this is going to reverse those fortunes. Like, the thing is, I just don't. A lot of people just don't care about Aquaman 2. Like, there's no reason to care. It means nothing. It's gonna lead to nothing. So why watch it? And then there's also the fact that Amber Heard here is in it, and she's an automatic turnoff for me, considering the type of person she is. With the whole Johnny Depp situation. So yeah, and the thing is, even if they cut her out of the movie entirely, I still wouldn't have cared. Like, this movie, nah, I would never would have seen it anyway. I didn't watch any of the DC movies this year because they don't matter. They just don't. And this doesn't matter too. So yeah, so I feel like this change is kind of pointless. I can understand the logic behind it, but I think it's pointless. I don't think it's gonna save the movie at all. So yeah, but just I had to mention that. And and the other thing, the Wise Guys, it's been renamed to Alto Knights. Okay, and it got delayed quite a bit from February 2nd of 2024 to November 15th. That's a 9-month delay. Like, that's a long time. That is not a small a small delay. So yeah, I don't know what to say about it. I mean, I have no real um opinion on it. So yeah, but for anyone who was interested in it, well, you're gonna have to wait till like all the way to like the end of next year. So sorry, and apparently this is because of the actor strike. Pretty much a lot of these delays are because of the actor strike. You're really starting to see that schedule break down now. I know it's been very start stop, but I feel like it's starting up again. If you haven't noticed already, so yeah, yeah. So that was like the first thing that popped up today. Then the second thing that really caught me off guard is a Black Phone 2 has a date of summer 2025, June 27th, 2025, which I thought was really weird. It's my reaction to Black Phone 2 is the same reaction I had to Smile 2, where I'm just like, okay, but why? like like both Smile and Black Phone, I feel like they felt like one and done movies, standalone movies, and they would have been fine just like that. Like they didn't really need follow ups, in my opinion, because Black Phone I thought was excellent. I thought it was a really good horror movie, but I wasn't thinking, oh yeah, the story has to continue. But I guess the studio thought so, which is why this is happening. But you know what? I'm not gonna immediately just trash the idea of a sequel. I mean, Quiet Place. Like John Krasinski, he didn't really want to make a Quiet Place 2, but then Paramount was like, "Can you please?" And then he was just like, "Ugh, fine." And then he made it, and Quiet Place 2 was really good. So, you know what? Hopefully this is like that, where it's a sequel that didn't need to be made, but you made it and you made it good. Or like Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. That's another great example of a sequel that really didn't need to get made, but they made it anyway, and they made it fantastic. I'm hoping that happens with this. I'm hoping this is not a cheap, garbage, cash grab sequel. There are plenty of those out there. I don't want Black Phone 2 to be a part of that list. So yeah, wanted to mention this. And then the last three movies we're going to be talking about all Disney related. They're all, and it's about Magazine Dreams, Elio, and Snow White. So Magazine Dreams, it's been delayed indefinitely. Um, can't say I'm surprised, like at all. I'm surprised it took this long, honestly, because as Jonathan Majors, like at the beginning of the year, it looked like his career was like going really, really good. He was the best part of Ant-Man 3, which really isn't saying a lot. He was really good in Creed 3, which was a big hit. And then this is supposed to be like his Oscar movie, like his Oscar bait movie or whatever. And it felt like it was going to go great until he got arrested back in March. And everything went downhill so fast. And it made me go, okay, well, what are they going to do? Like, is this movie still gonna come out? Or are they just gonna just delay it indefinitely? I really thought they would do something, but for the longest time, it was just left there in December. I'm like, are you gonna do something, Disney? Are you gonna like what's going on? But now it's been like pushed back indefinitely. And there's also the fact that actor strike is still going on, which you kind of need for a movie like this because that movie, it's not the type that it's not like it's you don't have the safety net of an IP. You don't have that, so you kind of need like the actors and like the creatives to like really sell you on it. And yeah, but apparently like Jonathan Majors says here he's facing a trial date for November 29th for like the whole domestic violence case from his ex-girlfriend. We'll see how that goes. If it goes wrong, then I think Disney are going to just bury this movie. They're just gonna not release at all. I think it's just gonna be unreleased. But it all depends on what happens. Like if things go well, then maybe they'll probably give it a date in like in 2024. But I don't know. I don't know. um we'll see what happens, but for any of you who are looking forward to that movie, well, you're not going to see it in December anymore. So, sorry. And then what's next? Okay, Elio and Snow White. So Elio, Pixar's next movie. It was supposed to come out in March of next year. It's been pushed to June of 2025. That's over a year delay. So that's rough. That's not great. um so yeah, I'm guessing Disney weren't too confident in it. I guess they weren't too confident that it would. Although I don't know exactly why you'd want to delay it by like that much, but I guess I don't know. I don't know what the logic is, but I guess they didn't want to take any risk, and they're just like, look, we'll just have Inside Out 2 as like the Pixar movie of 2024, and then we'll be fine. So I mean, I guess Inside Out 2 is a much safer bet than Elio because Elio original and that March date, it wouldn't have been great anyway because it would have gone up against Kung Fu Panda 4 and ugh. I don't think it would have gone well. And the thing is like, the March date felt very weird because Pixar movies they usually come out like two times of the year, either in summer or like around Thanksgiving time or November. Not March. March just feels off. It's kind of a weird. It just felt weird. So I don't know. I didn't really care that much about it. I mean, we haven't even seen much of it. We saw like a teaser trailer and that's it. So I don't have much to go off of. But yeah, for anyone who's interested in it, you're gonna have to wait a whole another year. And speaking of another movie, you're gonna have to wait a whole another year to see Snow White. This image, this is the official image Disney released of it. This movie, ooh, so much has been said about it. It's hard to wrap my brain around it. So, this movie's gotten, as I say, lots of controversy online because there's the main reason is that Disney wokeified it, like they made it like woke to a ridiculous degree to the point where, like the dwarves, they weren't even dwarves anymore. They were like normal people, like all diverse, and people were like, "What the hell is this? Ew!" So people hated that, and then our main lead here, Rachel Zelger, I think that's how you say her name. She's basically become a punching bag online because she's made a lot of statements and what people believe a lot of dumb statements regarding Snow White and the original. I haven't looked that deep into it, but she's gotten a lot of hate for it. And this is also the fact that the budget was apparently $300 million, which is an insane amount to spend on Snow White. Like, come on now. You do not need to be spending that much money on Snow White. You're just asking to go bankrupt at that point. But now I'm seeing this image and it confuses me and it makes me wonder, did they do like a whole rewrite? Did they just rework the whole movie? Did they just start from scratch? Because these dwarves, they're not the dwarves you saw like from those leaked set images. Like these dwarves are more like the original dwarves, except they're CGI, which is very off-putting. But they look like dwarves. The dwarves from the original, more like them. And like with Rachel Zelger, like the dress. I'm sorry, there's just some things that don't translate that well to live action. I think Snow White's dress is just one of those things. I don't think it looks good in live action. I'm sorry. It just something just feels off about it. Kind of like how I feel about Wolverine's costume being in live action. I don't think it works that well. But yeah, this movie's an enigma to me. I don't understand. It's a movie that I won't watch because I don't care. We have too many Snow White movies. There's too many of them out there. We have enough. We had two in 2012. That should have been it. No more Snow White. But no, we have to make more. And I didn't even mention like the Daily Wire has their own Snow White movie for some godforsaken reason because I guess we need more Snow White. Just stop it. We have it's like Pinocchio movies. Like stop making Pinocchio movies, stop making Snow White movies. We know the story. Stop it. Stop recycling, please. It's unnecessary. Yeah, here's the controversy here. The whole thing. Oh, this whole thing is about like Jonathan Majors down here. The whole story. And then Snow White. Uh yeah, the whole it's a whole mess. I but it will be interesting to talk about eventually when that movie comes out. I'm kind of disappointed because I really want to discuss all the controversy, but I can't. I can't until 2025, so that stings. But yeah, for anyone who planned on watching this or hate watching this or whatever, you're gonna have to wait till 2025. Sorry. And that's it. So yeah, I guess it's time to ask what will happen next. I mean, October is over, so no need to go over that. November, like, no need to go over that. I will say though, the Marvels projections, they are not good at all. Like, there is a chance that Five Nights at Freddy's opens higher than the Marvels. If that happens, I'm going to laugh hysterically. That is going to be so funny. Ugh. And then you got Hunger Games and all these other movies. And then you got December. Bike Riders, scratch that. That's undated. Magazine Dreams, that's just gone. Magazine Dreams, you could scratch that off too. There's Wonka. There's Aquaman 2. That's now December 22nd. Along with Anyone But You and Iron Claw, Migration. Then Christmas Day, Boys in the Boat, Color Purple Ferrari. There's too many movies coming out at once. 7 movies. That's overkill. And then you got 2024. I just saw the trailer for Night Swim. It didn't look that great. um, and then you got February. I saw the trailer for Argyle too for the first time. It looks interesting. And Wise Guys, well, that's not even Wise Guys anymore. That's Alto Knights. That's all the way in November now. And you got the rest of these that may or may not come out because somebody's. I know Madam Web doesn't even have marketing yet, so that's kind of concerning. It's kind of a red flag. Elio, that's gone. So they were quick to announce that, to change that. And then Snow White, that's gone too. Uh, Everything else here is still there. And they got April, Deadpool 3. I'm amazed they didn't announce anything for Deadpool 3 because that's been unofficially delayed. I'm just surprised Disney hasn't said anything. I guess they maybe a strategic thing. I don't know. Then you got the rest of May here. Then you got June. Inside Out 2 is keeping that June date. So I'm guessing that's just gonna be Pixar's 2024 movie. And then you got July. I don't see Venom 3 sticking there at all. That's getting delayed 100%. Captain America Brave New World. That could make its May date realistically because that finished filming, unlike some of these other movies. That finished filming before the actor strike. So it could work. It could happen. Not, but we'll see. And then you got August, whatever. Then you got September, October, November, December. Then you got all these movies that are in the ether right now. Blah 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 blah. Then you got 2025, January, February. There's Snow White right here. Uh Oh, look, it's opening a week after another unnecessary live action adaptation. How fun. And they got April and May. The Exorcist Deceiver, I don't know if I feel like if they're gonna do it, they're gonna have to rework the hell out of it, considering the reputation of Exorcist Believer. I don't know. So that might cause a delay, but we'll see. There's Elio now in June. And there's Black Phone 2 also in June. And Moana, the live action Moana, God, that movie makes me angry. Then they got July, August, September, October, November, December. And so yeah, that's the next 2 years. So yeah, some of these movies I imagine pretty much you gotta take like every movie here, like especially coming out in 2024 and 2025. Those releases, you gotta take them with a grain of salt. You gotta like don't be too confident they're gonna stick the landing, because there's a chance they might get pushed back. So don't be too hopeful. Okay. But yeah, so that's it. That's all. Make sure to subscribe, like this video, leave a comment, turn on notifications, share the whole drill. We'll check out more videos like this. I got playlists on the homepage, all previous cancel episodes I made on the channel. There's now 213 episodes. So if you want to watch any of them from beginning to now, I highly encourage you to do that, so go do it. There's also box office predictions, where I predict box office for movies this weekend or in like a few hours, or in about an hour or two or so. I know I'm doing After Death. I'm definitely doing Five Nights at Freddy's. Freelance and Inspector Sun, ugh. I guess. I don't really know. It's kind of weird with those. But I know I'm doing After Death and Five Nights at Freddy's. I know those are guaranteed. So I guess I'm gonna do four the movies Friday today or later today or tomorrow technically, like at 12. They'll happen very soon. Let's just say that. So stay tuned for those videos. But if you want to watch any of the past prediction videos I made on the channel, you can go right ahead. There's also box office recaps, where I go over the box office results for any particular month. October recap will come out the first week of November before the Marvels comes out, so stay tuned for that. But if you want to watch any of the past recap videos I made on the channel, you can go right ahead. And yeah, that's it. That's all. I am out. Goodbye.